Subway Party People. Today, just going to talk about some illustrators from the early 20th century. Mostly children book people, but I've thrown in some other ones that have similar styles. Alright, let's get to the good shit. Why are there all these fucking words? Oh, naked babies, y'all. Jesse Wilcox Smith. Beautiful. The line work is just incredible, though. I mean, it looks like most of these artists used some Arthur Rackham. He's basically the best. A lot of these, I think, use watercolors and then with inks over them, it looks like. Maxfield Parrish. W. Heath Robinson. Oh, pretty, pretty. Oh, yes. Breasts with demons. Jean de Beauchere. I can't pronounce their names. There's Dulac. Fucking just a lot of the line work, though, man. It's pretty impressive, like with the trees and the flowing garments. Very involved shit. Dulac has a very varied style. Some are a little more detailed and some are a little more faded. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, Nielsen. Many good, many good. So much detail. Like, I wish I had the patience to do shit like that. But also their colors, you know. Color palettes are usually pretty varied, and look at the use. Look at the composition there. It's just fucking beautiful, man. Harry Clarke, dude's a master. Oh yes, wow, the detail of the garments. It's making me creme. Oh yes. I like that one. Oh, so sweet. Imagination, too. I mean, it really, feeds into a child's imagination because they're so creative all around. Dorothy Lathrop. That's a cool little nymph. Water nymph. So that's just some different ones. Then we've got Dulac, some of Edmund Dulac's stuff here. Wonderful color palette. I'm in love. And then these are really faded, but I mean, look at the wisps of smoke and stuff. Same with this. Like, it's kind of more just like pastel, not really bright colors or anything, but it's quite effective, I must say. Ooh, look at the stormy sea sperm. Oh. And that red just pops right out at you, doesn't it? And I don't know, the coolest thing about this is a lot of them, like some of them are realistic, like this looks fairly real, but then other ones are really cartoony. They all have pretty varied styles, and you can tell they're very versatile artists in their own right. I mean, look at just the sea, man. Just the color variation there makes it look like foam and stuff. I don't think that's something that I could pull off right away. Rocks. I don't know exactly how they achieve that effect, but it's lovely. Beast-like. So you kind of get the drift. A lot of his shit is that's a cool ass Harvey. A lot of it's kind of like more faded. They're not faded, but not as prominent colors. Oh, look at that. Wowie zowie. I want to suck it. No, thank you. I probably should hurry this up. There's still quite a bunch more shit that I wanted to show you guys. Sorry if you've fallen asleep on me. Maybe one day I can do this illustration. The Princess and the Pea. Yes, the pea hole. Just the hair and stuff, man. Attention to detail is riveting. Oh, yes. Yes, the Snow Queen. Oh, even with just white, man, it just does such a great job. All right, that's enough of Dulac. Now we'll move on to K. Nielsen. And I really got to compliment K on his attention to detail and just his compositions. He usually has like a large circular like archway or something in there. The figures are straight, not as realistic of a style, but man, those compositions, like look how those trees just draw your eyes straight down to the round little arched shape with the focal point. And then, the accoutrement of the tree around, kind of like that's just fucking genius, dude. Beautiful. Love it. I love it. You've got just varied shapes, the lines, the archway, and then it really just draws your eye right in. And then they got the little accoutrement, like I said, so it's not totally boring. Composition master, y'all. Yes. Beautiful use of color. This almost looks like a Japanese Oriental style to me, too. A lot of them. God, I love it. To think they were doing this so long ago. And look, like I said, just the use of the composition. This is all black, but it's so striking. Figure totally stands out against the window. Very lovely indeed. And to think a lot of these were children's books that they were illustrating. I understand back then the subject matter was a little more grim, no pun intended, like Brothers Grimm and stuff. There's death and dismemberment and all kinds of crazy stuff. But these seem like illustrations for adults, especially since a lot of them do contain nudity and stuff. But I guess back then, it wasn't that big of a deal. A brain tree. I love the composition. It's just so balanced, flowing. Really just forces your eye straight to the parts that you want to be highlighted. Oh, that's beautiful. Unicorn porn. That composition, man, it's fucking great. And it does have like that Asian flavor to it, which I really admire. That's K. Harry Clarke. This is more, a lot of stuff he illustrated were more adult. Faust. God. Very, very beautiful. He's one of my favorites for sure. Those are some firm breasts right there. A lot of this is in black and white, though. Unfortunately, I don't think these are color illustrations, but beautiful composition too. Just with the straight lines and the circles, it really comes together to form a really flowing composition. Man, look at that. Such a beautiful centerpiece. And I love that, dude. The way it's fucking... Oh, it's fucking genius. A genial. Speaking of genials, what the fuck? Man, it's crazy. Harry Clarke is a freaking master. So cool. The stippling, shading, just so much detail involved with all of these. Like, I don't know how long this took them. These illustrations would take them, but God, you got to think wasn't easy. And look at the trees and stuff, and then flowers. I don't know. It's very involved process that I don't think I have patience for, and just the straightness of the lines and stuff too. That's a master of their craft. Like, how do you even come up with these designs to draw in there, let alone have the patience to do it? There's like got to be at least 100 lines, and it just makes the composition flow like water. Oh, Pinocchio. dude, I love these colors. Jesus. Follow the House of Usher. Yeah, that's right. He did Edgar Allan Poe. So definitely more mature themed things, but God, the background just fucking amazing, you guys. Fucking make me creme sprem. Dude, the halo, the way the hair just composite. I mean, that I feel like that is where they master stuff so much. Just the composition. Fucking amazing. God. Fucking look of delirium and fucking foreboding woe on their face. Ay, carumba. No me digas. I'm sorry. I probably should skip ahead. Oh my God, the colors. Jesus. I just love those halo, those circular forms behind the head that just makes it leap right out into your penile hole or vaginal hole, whichever kind of hole you may have. And look at that. The colors, dude. The flowing of the... How many times can I just say the same thing over and over again? But it's just... It boggles my mind. Attention to detail. I mean, do you think... to me, it's like, God, he would have had to just draw something and revise it over and over to get it that perfect. I mean, like, I couldn't imagine just fucking up one tiny little line and then like, well, gotta start over from scratch now. Yeah. I know it's boring. God. I love it. That's enough of that one. We're going to talk about Aubrey Beardsley. I only have this Salome book that she illustrated, but she has a similar style. I think she came before Harry Clarke. Words, lots and lots of words. But you can see her stuff is in black and white mostly, but man, that composition. She just really isn't afraid to go big or go home. And she ain't going home anytime soon. You hurt? The flowers. I love her flowers and just the use of negative and positive space. I mean, large areas of black, so striking. The white standing out and not, just a little bit of line work sometimes is all you need to make it glorious, yo. Big old breasts, man, look at that. Hair, Jesus. It's fucking amazing. Wish I could do this. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll learn to draw breasts. Oh, this is probably my favorite one. Head on a platter. Just the hair. And like the design, the little designs, man, that just make it so... little stuff you don't even always notice. It's time to crap. And then this is the king, Arthur Rackham. A lot of watercolors. Very, very skilled line work. Not usually realistic, more cartoony, but it's very striking. I mean, he knows how to form a composition. He knows, I mean, a lot of muted colors. And then he has like browns and stuff that really stand out to you. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is just fucking immaculate. This guy is a pimp. It's so dark, but like the illuminated face against the black puts it right all up in your pain. The Hangman, yes. And man, look at those watercolors, man. Really muted, but it's almost not photorealistic, but it very, very realistic. And then he has a very cartoony taste. I mean, you can a flavor of cartoons. You can really tell very skilled artists because they're so versatile. I mean, this is very cartoony. And this is so realistic. I mean, amazing. Amazing. I love his, like, the use of watercolors, man. It's sloppy and messy, but it just looks so pleasing to the eye. And there's the man himself, king of all illustrators, Arthur Rackham. Man, those elongated arms, beautiful. All right, you're still with me. I can't believe you made it this far. Your patience is a virtue. Look at that, bro. I had to save the best for last. And his line work for like wood is just, it really makes it look real. And the rocks too. I mean, everything. He's really good at showing natural forms, the water, butterfly wing. I mean, the line work is just so impressive with all these artists. I mean, it's not just him, but God, his shit just really pops to me. Alice in Wonderland. That is some pretty dirty shrimp. Who are you? Oh God, Santa Claus. I mean, look at that line work though. Ugh, so dirty, but so just pleasing to your penal weenal holes. Well, I mean, I think you guys get the picture. Maze balls. Oh yes, that one's fucking dope. So that. I think I'm in love. The reds are just fucking leaping out at you. I love those muted watercolors, man. But yeah, those are some early 20th century illustrators, mostly children's. It's kind of crazy how far we've come. I don't know if you could get away with drawing stuff like this today and showing it to children. I mean, the stories that they're illustrating are dark to begin with, but man, some of these are just, and they're not all children's books, but fuck, that would give you nightmares if you were a kid, I would think, you know? Pretty fucking cool. All right, thanks guys. Tune in again where I'll show you some more cool stuff, yo.